Hi, I'm pretty psyched. Welcome to my private recording studio. My wife insists it's our basement. Regardless, thanks for joining me. Like most of you, I imagine, I began fooling around when I was 7 and haven't stopped. The guys at our magic club consider me a dinosaur, a Conjurosaurus. Actually, that's not far from the truth. At magician conventions, I lumber along like I belong in Jurassic Park. In any case, after all these years, I've had some thoughts about our art. Just as there are specific techniques in perfecting a top change or retention vanish, I feel the same holds true for the other, mostly neglected orphan child of magic, presentation. Now, I'm not simply referring to the patter or themes to our tricks, like the robbers ran to the roof. Even more basic than that. We constantly shout out advice in the way to do the things we do, but there's barely a whisper in how to present it. Maybe it's time to speak up a little louder. I believe that we'd be better if there were some rules, principles, or commandments, if you will, to help guide us in bringing it all together. Heck, ever since my bar mitzvah, I felt the shtick is the trick. Now, I don't mean to come across holier than thou, but when crafting a presentation, I always carry these. Please, prepare yourselves for a higher power point presentation. And now, none of what follows are carved in stone, or for that matter, in any particular order of importance. But if someone asks, I'd choose this as number 1. Keep it short, be it your entire presentation, your paragraph, your sentences, even your words. You'll be crisper, clearer, and more concise adopting this rule. 2 words are much better than 3. 1 always trumps 2. Ditto for syllables. With attention spans the way they are, this is one piece of advice that's hard to top. Two, sing what you say. Now, I'm not implying the sound of music but there are ways to make your words more melodic. While composing a piece of magic, I'll always alliterate till the cows come home, and I try to rhyme time after time. Alliterate the consonants and rhyme the vowels. I love the cadence of the cacophony and the harmony to the sound. Try it. My guess is that your audiences will enjoy it too. 3, don't repeat words. It waters everything down, dilutes your presentation. Whether you like it or not, we're each scrutinized by what we say and how we say it. Don't be boring or lazy. Do your homework. The one magic book that I routinely refer to is the Thesaurus. You'll be surprised what a difference different words can make. 4, avoid redundancy. Different than number 3. It kills me, and I can scream when I hear someone announce, I'm shuffling the deck. And now, giving it a cut. 1, it's unnecessary. Jesus, I see what you're doing. 2, it's lame. Duh. Do you really need to say that? And 3, insulting. Stop patronizing me. Do I look like a schmuck? Don't describe naked actions. Dress them up. Here's a different approach. I'm going to try to really mix you up by turning the top into the bottom and the bottom the top. Give your audiences something else to think about than just plain tricks. 5, come alive. Animate your props or yourself. What could be more mundane than a bunch of thin, numbered pieces of cardboard we see all the time? Turn your cards into your kids, your friends, your family, something. Otherwise, your props become puzzles to be solved. They may be great in their own right, but you can make them even better. An eon ago, I wrote, bringing magic to life. Sorry. And still believe it's the way to go. Heck, now, most of my magic is metaphor. I practice what I preach. Not only do I talk the talk, but I walk the walk. The alternative is to animate yourself. Are you being infectiously playful, demonstrating some awesome, amazing chops, highlighting your incredible creativity? What are you doing to have your audience remember you? 6, know thy script. Stop umming, you knowing, and God forbid, pregnant pausing. Don't kid yourself. People notice. When you do double lifts, you probably employ get-readies. You could use them in your scripts as well. A letter or a word can act as a signpost to other words or phrases down the road. It's awful blanking out and not knowing than you knowing, even for a second. 7, stay active and succinct. Which sounds better? I remember when I was growing up, After my mom gave me money for my weekly chores, I'd hop on a bus, then go downtown and rush off to the magic store to get things I had never ever seen. Or I ran to the magic shop and bought the newest tricks when I was a kid. Short, sweet, action-oriented, and to the point. Passive is pacifying. Puts everyone to sleep. Active keeps you and your audience awake. 8. It's really about you and them. Who knows you better than you? Bring your mojo to your magic, your interests, your experiences, your beliefs. You. People love to hear about other people. They also love to hear about themselves. Words like we, you, us. Incorporate them into the show. They help build a bond. Also important are phrases such as I like, I love, I hate. Hit them with feeling. Tap their emotions. Everyone will relate to you better. I know how you feel. 9. Be polite. There are magic words and there are magic words. And I don't mean abracadabra or alakazam. I cringe when I hear, take a card, or worse, I want you to take a card. What happened to please? Would you? Do you mind? Your spectators won't say anything, but if you do it right, they'll respect the respect. 10. Tickle their taste buds. Say the unexpected. Or as Emerald would say, kick it up a notch. I remember like yesterday our dear friend and mentor Eugene suggesting, and I paraphrase, throw some magic into the mix. Make a verbal spark. Burn a bush. Say something that they wouldn't have normally have expected to hear themselves. Surprise them. Everything you dish out will be more flavorful. I actually have 2 more that I need to squeeze in. They're more theoretic than pragmatic, but I think that they're even maybe more important. 11. Transcend your tricks. Quick, think of your all-time favorite magicians. Slidini, Henning, Williamson, Tamarez, McBride. The list goes on and on. Why? What makes them stand out? Each is unique with his own individual flair. You may have forgotten some of their tricks, but you never forget them. One of my core beliefs is that not only do you do the magic, you are the magic. Coming out of the box, they're just tricks. You make them special. Don't be cookie cutter or one of the dimes of the dozen. Invest yourself. You could stand out too. 12. This one hits me personally. Be scripted. Just don't sound it. It's only taken me 60 years to appreciate. From my perspective, this is one of the tallest commandments. You've got to come across as a human and not a robot. Actually, I fibbed a little. I've got one more, and it's another biggie. Actually could stand on its own. Remember the details. God, everything is a detail. Think redesigning your kitchen. Even the knobs loom in importance. Flashing a card, dropping a coin, an awkward word, a sloppy phrase, all can sink a performance. Be pristine. After all is said and done, you should be proud of your presentation. We're coming to the end. I deliberately decided not to be wishy-washy here. I realize that a few of you may be agnostic and disagree with some of my top 10, divine dozen or more. Are there others? Sure. But trust me, if you follow at least a couple of these commandments, the clouds will part, the sun will shine, and what you say will truly reign sublime. Just give me one more moment, please. I didn't know how each of you would respond to all of this, so I brought my own choir. It's been a pleasure till we meet in person.